Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to another episode. It's been a while in between videos, and I've done a lot of building. I've done a little bit of footage, but some of the stuff got corrupted. So some of the stuff that I've been building, I didn't exactly get to show you the process of it getting built, but we did do a few things. I made an AFK spot inside of here. I didn't dig or anything in here yet, but there's a nice little AFK spot where I can sit in here nice and safe. And some people might say, well, why would you AFK if you don't have any farms around here? I have a farm. It's a wool farm, and it's right here. I got a lot of carpet, bit of wool. I also built a few more things. I have a farm, a post-apocalyptic farm, some irradiated crops, and then I built a drive-in movie theater. Also doubles as a nether portal, in case you couldn't tell. A couple of the realm mates helped me empty out this river, so it looks like things are drying up. Corgi and Whistler came over and spent some time helping out with that. This is I don't know, a horrible look of a tree. I don't know if that's going to work out. And I'm thinking about, like, the wasteland is going to have a lot of mud, a lot of podzol, so I'm going to cover a little bit of the sandy desert with this. And I got a Mad Max looking plane, crashed plane over here, half buried in the desert, looking good. And then a big, I don't know what the hell to call this. It's still in process. I got a bit of detailing to do to it, and I got to add a few more things. But this is kind of a base over the village. I was going to move the villagers in there, keep them up and safe, and then turn this into kind of a barter town. And then we have a water reservoir once everything gets dried up. This water reservoir acts also as a ink farm and fish farm. Everything collects underneath, and that's all I've built so far. In addition to this, I've also had an opportunity to help somebody out today. I had a request to build a item sorter, so why don't we go take a look at that? So I was tasked by Corgi and Z to put a sorter system in their barn. Now this is their base. Look at this barn. It looks great. But they have all these crops. When they go to harvest them, they don't want to go through each chest. They want to be able to just dump it in one chest and call it a day. So I should have all the redstone in place, working just fine. My initial test run, things went fine. So basically how this works is you go into this big chest here, and it's a double wide, so you can be able to just dump everything, depending on how much gear he's got. Goes right in there, goes into a dispenser, and right up this bubble column. It's an annoying little tick, but at least you know it's working. Goes right up there, goes into the hoppers, and goes into... Maybe if I didn't stand next to the... it goes right into the system. And there it goes. Of course, if you stand right next to it, you'll collect everything back up. So don't do that. I didn't want to put a big, ugly glass blocks. That'd be very bulky, so I used trapdoors. Acacia wood, I think, looks really good. It looks nice and rustic, good for a barn. And now we just need to decorate it up and make sure everything works. Alright, so I need to make sure everything sorts okay. Oh, the sun's going down again. Why is the sun always going down? Okay, so I need to make sure everything sorts okay, so I hope they're okay with me grabbing some crops. And I need to sleep. Okay, so I harvested a few crops before I realized they have all kinds of stuff in here. So I'm gonna leave the fun of putting everything in for them. So how I did it is, of course, we have all of our seeds, our crops, everything all the way down. But of course, if you end up with something in the system that doesn't get sorted, there is a option. We'll go ahead and throw this right up there. That will be for anything that... So everything looks like it's getting sorted appropriately. There's all 6 of the raw cut. The only challenge is, in order to lock up these hoppers, I used slabs, if I can get in there. And sometimes it looks like the occasional slab is getting sucked through when it shouldn't be. But it shouldn't be that big of an issue. Later on, after everything's been sorted, I'll come back through and I'll see if I can lock up the hoppers with just the actual items themselves. They have a lot of them, so it should be okay. And now it's decorated up and make it look pretty. Okay, so I think I've gone just about as far as I want to go with it, and here it is. Oh, excuse me, I'm walking on stuff. So I changed out the dirt, or the grass blocks, and replaced it with dirt, podzol, and some wood. And then we have the item sorter all decorated up. I renamed everything so that you can easily thumb over it, and I think it pops out better this way whenever you can actually read what's going on. There's the junk folder up there, and so all that's in place. I put some beams in here, and there's a second level if they want to do anything with some more storage up this way, anything that they just want to toss up here. I put I put a little stable over here because what's the purpose of a barn unless you can keep your animals in here. This horse was over yonder. I hope they're okay with that because I just kind of grabbed it and put it over here. Nice place for a horse. They can put chickens or anything in there if they want. Ender chest there, and then of course, you know, no barn is complete without an actual tractor ready to go out and harvest the crops. And it's quite functionable. You climb in, there's the steering wheel, got the big wheels in the back, and he can sit in. There we are, Farmer Sack. What's that called? Crafting table right there. There's an anvil hidden in, that's the engine, so another function for the tractor. You can craft things. But here's the little addition. I've been thinking about, man, it's gonna have to go through and toggle and take everything and put it all in there, and that's just gonna be one of those annoying, tedious things. So instead of them having to do that, they can take this, you know, you could set it down, go in here, collect all your stuff, open this up, and then drop everything in, which is like, you know, one item at a time, and then you have to, that's really annoying. Or you could just set your shulker up there, and it starts going right in. And if once it's done, you come up here, I'm collecting the seeds. You come up here and you collect it. Now if you miss it, it'll go into the system, it'll go through all the hoppers and all the way down to the junk, so it doesn't actually get lost in the system completely, but that's where it could end up. So yeah, I'll leave it out here so they can actually have the fun of sorting it all. Seeds back in. Yeah, so job well done. So that was my opportunity to help out Carefree Corgi and Z. They have a wonderful base over there, a lot of crops to supply for a farmer's market. And I had a lot of fun with that item sorter. That was it's fun getting in there and detailing up a bit and showing a little work. Anyway, the sun's going down, it's getting late, and it's time for bed. So I really appreciate you watching. Thanks for the support, and we'll see you the next time.